What's up, people? I am back. Earlier, I guess like 20 minutes ago, I just finished Jaws: The Revenge. Man, this fucking movie. Um, I remember watching it for the first time. I was, I think, 10, because it was a bit after I watched Jaws 3. And I was okay with it as a kid. Well, because like I said, I wasn't picky back then. And even if it wasn't a good Jaws movie, I was like, okay, it's an entertaining shark movie. No, it's not. It's not even an entertaining shark movie. You don't even get a lot of the shark. And the shark, like, easily, of all the four movies, this is probably the worst. They didn't even try. Like, there's literally one scene. It's when I think the shark is chasing Mike, and you'll have to, like, really look. But you could see some of the mechanics, like that they have under it. They didn't even try. And I mean, obviously the premise: the shark wanting revenge, so it follows them to the Bahamas. Which, even though it's been shown, great whites couldn't live in those waters anyway. But and going from New York to the Bahamas in a few, it was stupid. It was a stupid fucking movie. I don't know where I don't know if this was a rumor or not, but I could have swore I saw somewhere that they cut it out. But it was supposedly there was gonna be some voodoo curse guy that was gonna curse the family, but they cut that out of the movie. That's still stupid. That would have just made it far more ridiculous, and I actually kind of want that now, just because this film's already ridiculous, and obviously you get the meme of the roaring shark, and you get a final act that makes no sense at all. And if you've seen the poster looks way cooler than the movie because you got the shark like popping out of the water, and you got Ellen Brody with like I'm assuming like a spear or a gun. No, she doesn't have that here. She just goes okay. So Martin Brody's dead. The film starts off in Amity Island. This film came out in 1987. So the same year as another really shitty fourth film called Superman 4. But we also, like, that same year, we got Predator and Lethal Weapon. So, but, alright. Because to start this movie up, I have to. This movie is just too much. I'll say this: it's a fun movie to riff on if you're like inebriated, like high or drunk. So I can like watch this movie stoned and kind of have a good time, you know. So the film starts off with, I'll admit the music for the intro is actually that's like probably the best thing in this whole movie. I'll admit the musical score of the Jaws music is really good in the fourth movie. So you get a kind of a cool intro. So the film starts off with Sean, who's apparently he's the deputy now. He goes into work, and apparently he has to go and get some like some log from the water, which is stupid. One, it's like one, why does he have to do that? Is it in the way of anything? It was super late. It was stupid. So he goes out, and the shark kills Brody. Sean. I'll admit this scene is probably like if we're gonna go of the actual film now, probably the only really good scene in the movie because you do get some blood, but and I guess they cut it to where you got like a you know a group singing like Christmas carols, so it kind of cuts back and forth. Um, and then so Sean dies. Then this is a few. It's supposed to be a few days before Christmas, so Ellen's sad, right? And then Michael comes back, played by I think his name's Lance Guest, who he's in Halloween 2. That's the only other movie I think I've seen him in was Halloween 2. He was the guy who was basically stalking Lori that whole movie. So now back to this film. Um, he I guess is some kind of marine. He's into like marine animals. I don't know marine biologist. And Ellen doesn't like his job because of the water, and he said she feared that the dad feared. It's stupid. So this film was almost, I guess, setting like the tone that this shark wants revenge, but it's fucking stupid. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. And you're seeing the shark killed him, killed the dad. No, he had a heart attack, but it's stupid. It's a retarded film. And then with his wife Carla, and then he has a daughter Thea, who I'll admit, I guess I'll say this story really quick. It's a really sad story. I don't remember the actress's name. I can't think of it right at this moment. But it's a really sad story. She also voiced Ducky in Land Before Time. Unfortunately, a year after this, she died in real life. She was killed by her dad. So it's a really sad story. So that's why it's another reason this film is almost looked at as cursed. But it's a really sad story. So, but now they go to the funeral, and then basically they suggest to come back with the family because they're now living in the Bahamas to get away from all the drama. So they go, and we're introduced to Michael Caine's character, who, you know what's sad? Michael Caine missed like it was either an Oscar or some kind of award filming this movie because I guess he needed money. So he's just like, it was for a house or something. He's like, I just needed the money. So it's sad. And he's probably the more entertaining parts of this film. So he takes them. We're introduced to Michael's friend Hoagie, who helps them with the marine and when they're out doing their normal stuff, the shark attacks. That's the thing. This is the most we see of the shark is you get quick snippets of it swimming, and then like when Michael and Hoagie are out, like because they're marine biologists, so they're in the ocean. You get a quick shot of the shark attacking them, and they basically said they're gonna follow the shark around and basically keep it secret. And then basically while this happens, Ellen starts falling for Michael Caine's character, and that's a lot of this movie is just her and him talking, while you get another scene of them like they're at a party or something. This film's kind of boring. You get a quick scene of Ellen having a dream she's in the water and she'd get attacked by the shark. And for some reason, she has like some sixth sense basically when the shark appears. So whenever it appears, like the scene when where first Michael and Hoagie see it, she starts like having this face like she knows it's so stupid. It was so forced. Like she has some telekinesis or some shit. It was goofy. So it's for some reason she has like some psychic, and basically that's the film for the next few. Then there's a scene where the shark attacks Michael because Michael's in like some sub thing, and the shark chases him. And this is the scene. I think when the shark first overturns the sub, and I think that's where you see the mechanic. You can literally see the mechanics. Like I think there's a picture out there. Just look up shark mechanics from Jaws: Revenge. You'll see it. It's really bad. Like they didn't even try. The shark literally looked like, even in the film, like at least Jaws 1 and 2 and even 3, which the shark looked kind of bad. And to be fair, it was that 3D filter that also didn't help. What Jaws 1 and 2, you could tell that yeah, the shark's an animatronic, but you could kind of still believe that's a shark. In this, it's literally an animatronic. It even like when you don't see the mechanics, the way it moves, it doesn't move realistically. Ugh, it looked so bad. So Michael escapes, and like really, like there's just a lot of just walking around. Like you get and there's this scene that's supposed to be like a mirror. If you remember the first film with Sean and Martin, Sean copying what Martin did. They try to do that in this film with Michael and Thea. It just didn't work. And what they would do is Ellen was watching it, they would cut to that scene, but it's like all that feels like is you're cutting to a better fucking movie that I'd rather watch than this. That's all you're doing. You're just like making me like I'd rather. And it tried to mirror that scene so bad, it didn't work, man. It didn't fucking work. It was either Sean or Michael. I think it was Sean. But yeah, it just didn't work. So Michael's wife Carla, I guess, is throughout the film, you see her working on this art project that she has to present, and they're on the beach, and there's some event going on. Thea asks if she can go on the banana boat, and mom lets her, Carla lets her. She gets on, the shark attacks and grabs one person, and that's like really the only real kill, minus Sean. You only get two kills. Three in another version, which and I'll mention that in a little bit when we get to the scene, but there's really only two kills in this film. The Sean's and then this one. Like this girl, Shark grabs a random girl, and it looked so bad. Even just bringing her down, it looked like an animatronic. Ugh, it looked so bad. And I'll admit though, the music was good, and it's because it's just John Williams music. So it's like that doesn't save the film. So and then Ellen walks off when looking at the ocean and starts walking off, trying to make her look tough. It did not work. No disrespect to the actress. She doesn't seem like that kind of actress who you would believe be tough, and it's not because she's a woman. It's just I don't know. It's just I couldn't buy it, and it was like also like I said, it was trying to mirror Jaws 1 so fucking bad. Like like sorry about that. Something fell. You know what it was? It was trying to mirror Jaws when Brody, and this was the first one when it attacked Michael. Brody went off and started looking at the ocean, and then he started walking, basically getting, I'm ready. They were trying to do that in this film. It didn't work. So Michael and Hoagie meet up with, I still don't really remember his name. I just say, oh, Jake. It's Jake. So Jake. Okay, I got the names wrong. Jake is is Michael's Jamaican friend. Hoagie's fucking Michael Caine's character. I got them mixed up. This film sucks, so I didn't even really. So Michael and Jake meet up with Hoagie. They get on the plane, and Brody's just on the boat hunting for the shark with no weapons. Even though the fucking poster has her with like a harpoon gun or a spear, it's something. She has a weapon of some kind. But in the movie, no. And so Hoagie lands the plane. Michael and Jake get to Ellen, but Hoagie, the plane gets taken down in basically trying to mirror Jaws 2, but it's just more unbelievable. But Hoagie actually was able to got off the plane before it sunk. So they're on the water. Jake he started using one of his tech that basically will shock the shark. And when he does that, the shark roars. This is it's so stupid. And okay, the final act just gets okay. So Jake tries to put the thing in, and he does, but he ends up getting grabbed by the shark. There's a version where Jake dies, like the shark eats him and he's dead. But in the version that's most commonly out there, he survives somehow. Somehow he survives. So the shark gets hit, starts roaring, and they start like another scene of let's show the better Jaws movie. We're gonna show the moment of smile, you son of a bitch, even though Ellen wasn't there. It was just Brody by himself. I mean, and Hooper was in the water, but Brody in that moment was by himself. Ellen wasn't there. She didn't see it. All she knows is he killed the shark. She doesn't fuck unless he told her. Even then, you're not there. How do you see it? It's just, once again, all you're doing is reminding us of a better movie, which actually had a better death, because in this, the shark just gets impaled with the boat and just blows up. And I think there's one where it just bleeds out, which is probably a more realistic way to kill it, instead of just blowing up. Out of fucking nowhere, it just blows up. And Hoagie's alive. Not Hoagie, Jake's alive. And that's Jaws the Revenge. This film is stupid as fuck, but it's fun to watch high and drunk. I'll admit that. It's a film it's fun to riff on, and but the roaring shark, which sharks don't have vocal cords, we all know that. Why does a shark gonna travel all the way to Bahamas for revenge in waters it realistically couldn't live in? Um, Ellen just going out to hunt the shark with no weapons. So like, what was her plan? So even though the poster had her like have all this weaponry, it didn't even fucking happen. And I mean, the shark will also look better in the poster. This, it literally looked fake. It's like, and this film is 12 years after. Yeah, it's 12 years after the first film. So 12 years after the first movie, you're telling me somehow the shark in 75 and 78 looked way better than the shark in 1987, the same year we had Predator, which had decent, even the year, a few years before that, Terminator, Aliens. Like, I don't know if this film just they didn't give a budget, which is weird because it's Jaws. The characters didn't matter. They're all just there. Ellen's just there. Why did she see Brody killing the shark? She wasn't even there. She wasn't there. She wouldn't have known how to play it out. Besides, maybe he told her, but even then, just because somebody told me something doesn't mean I can visualize it, because it might be different, because the person experienced it. Not, it's stupid. The amount of times let's reference the first movie, and like the two scenes like I showed you mentioned. Let's just show you the better film. All you're doing is I just want to watch that film. Michael and Sean just gets killed, and I think that's the only real death. You only got really two deaths because in the standard version that everyone has seen, Jake is alive, even though he gets swallowed. And realistically, if you're swallowed, there's stomach acid, so that alone should kill you. You're not surviving it, even if it explode. If it exploded, it's stupid, man. This fucking movie. What? What type of drugs were they on? Like, I'm gonna have the shark have revenge. You know, have a revenge plot. Travel from because Amity Island is in New York City, or in New York. Travel from New York to the Bahamas, and it was like only a few days. In waters great whites can't live in. People have actually looked into that. Um, and like, what the fuck? This film, I like a out of 10, I would give this fuck. Like, because it's not even entertaining. Like, there's this points where it's just boring. Like, literally, you only get a few shark scenes because they probably saw how bad it looked. So they, like, we can't just do a shitload of shark scenes. So there's just a middle where it almost does feel like a different movie. Like that scene where they're at this, I guess, New Year's Eve, like, party or whatever. It did kind of feel like I'm watching a different movie. It doesn't feel like I'm watching a Jaws movie. Or even the scenes with Ellen and fucking Hoagie. Like, those scenes felt like I was watching a different film too. Like those scenes felt like I was watching like some love romance. It, I guess a 3 out of 10. It's not even really entertaining, but it's fun to meme. That's Jaws: The Revenge. I this is the we got this film, and yeah. So other than that, I will. Tomorrow, my planned videos are I'm gonna do a Seven Dust bands I love, and we're gonna break down that dumbass fucking Karen trailer. I know I probably should have did that video last week, but Halloween Kills trailer happened, so I'm gonna do it we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna break down that retarded fucking trailer. More racial trauma porn. So I'm gonna break that trailer down, and then Thursday Um, I'll try to figure. Well, I think Thursday we'll do the Sarah Connor Ripley video, and then I'll figure something out for Friday. But I'm gonna take a hit and cheers this really bad movie. But just watch Jaws 1 and 2, maybe 3, but don't. I would really say don't watch this movie. Just watch the roaring shark scene. That'll basically be enough. And I guess I'll mention it really quick. I watched Fast 9. I'm not reviewing it. It's that bad, and there's better people who are talking about it. Who I'm not invested in the Fast movies. I only watched it just because of how every bad it was. And just two words: rocket car. Enough said. Don't watch it. Fucking wait. But other than that, fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck James bitch ass Mangina. And fuck OneRing.net. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.